You think the day begins when your alarm goes off. You're wrong. The day begins the second you decide you own it. And if you're still sleeping while the world is moving, someone else is already building the life you're dreaming of. The question is, will you rise and claim it? Or will you let it slip away before the sun even comes up? Waking up early isn't just a habit, it's a declaration. It's a signal to yourself and the world that you refuse to let life pass you by while you sleep. Before 6 a.m., the air is different, the silence is almost sacred, and the world hasn't yet imposed its chaos on you. This is a time where clarity reigns, and opportunity is waiting for those who have the courage to rise. Most people drift through life, letting their mornings be dictated by their fatigue, their phone notifications, or the whims of others. But you, when you choose to rise before the sun, you are making a conscious choice to lead, to conquer, to dominate your own day before anyone else even opens their eyes. That decision sets a tone that resonates through every hour that follows. When you wake up before the world, you step into a space of unmatched focus. There are no distractions, no obligations pulling at your energy, no noise clouding your vision. Your mind is a canvas, untouched, ready to paint the plans of the life you want to live. In those first moments, the clarity you gain is a weapon. It allows you to think, strategize, and prioritize with surgical precision. You're not reacting, you're creating. You're not surviving, you're thriving. And this is the mindset that separates people who drift from people who lead. Leaders, creators, and innovators understand that mornings are a gift, a launchpad, a quiet battlefield where the war for your dreams begins long before the world even notices. The discipline of waking before 6 a.m. is not about proving something to anyone else. It's about proving to yourself that you are capable. Every time you hear your alarm and push past the temptation to stay in bed, you are reinforcing the belief that you are not a passive passenger in your life. You are the driver. You are the architect. And it's in that small, daily act of courage that your mind begins to rewire itself for success. You start to see obstacles not as threats, but as challenges you are fully equipped to overcome. You start to understand that winning your day begins with winning the first battle. The battle to get out of bed. There is a hidden power in those quiet hours that most people will never experience. When the rest of the world sleeps, your productivity skyrockets. Your thoughts are sharper, your ideas more creative, and your energy more aligned with the life you're striving to build. You are not just gaining time. You are gaining a psychological edge over everyone who allows their mornings to be wasted. The decisions you make in the early hours set the trajectory of the day. They determine how you respond to stress, how you approach work, how you invest your energy, and ultimately, how you shape your future. That is why the mindset shift before sunrise is not optional for those who are serious. It is essential. The early morning hours also teach you the value of intentionality. Everything about your morning before 6 a.m. is a choice. You choose what you focus on, what you consume, and how you move. You are not tossed around by notifications or social expectations. Instead, you define the rhythm of your day. This intentionality becomes a muscle, strengthening with each sunrise. Over time, it transcends the morning. You begin to live your entire life with the same clarity and control you cultivate in those first sacred hours. This is how you transform from someone who reacts to life into someone who commands it. Finally, waking up before 6 a.m. transforms your relationship with time itself. Most people live in scarcity. They feel there is never enough time to do everything they want. But when you rise before the sun, you begin to understand that time is a resource you can master. You are gifted hours that others will never touch. You learn to honor them, protect them, and use them to build the life you've been dreaming of. This is more than just an early wake-up call. It is a paradigm shift. It is a complete transformation of how you perceive your potential, your purpose, and your power. And once your mind embraces this truth, nothing, not fear, not distraction, not doubt, can stop you from claiming what is yours. Discipline is the bridge between desire and achievement. It's not glamorous, it's not flashy, and it doesn't get headlines. But it is the invisible force that builds empires, shapes character, and separates dreamers from doers. The moment you decide to rise before 6 a.m., you are stepping into a daily practice of self-mastery. Every early morning is a test of your commitment, a silent challenge that no one else sees. While the world is wrapped in comfort and excuses, you are building resilience, one act of discipline at a time. That's how ordinary people become unstoppable forces. Discipline begins with small choices that feel almost trivial at the moment, but compound into extraordinary power over time. Choosing to get out of a warm bed while the body screams for rest is not just a physical act. It is a statement of identity. You are telling yourself that your goals matter more than temporary comfort. You are telling the universe that you refuse to wait for permission to succeed. Each morning you make this choice, your mind grows stronger, your will sharper, and your confidence unshakable. Discipline is not an abstract concept. It is the muscle that you train with every sunrise, and it rewards you by making the impossible inevitable. Consistency is the heartbeat of discipline. It is not enough to wake early once, or even sporadically. True discipline is forged in repetition, in showing up day after day when nobody is watching, when no one applauds your effort. This repetition rewires your brain, reshapes your habits, and programs you to operate at a level far beyond what most people believe is possible. The early hours are your proving ground. They are where you practice self-control, where you build momentum, and where you teach yourself that success is not a one-time event. It is a daily commitment. Discipline is also about ownership. When you rise before 6 a.m., you are not negotiating with your circumstances. You are taking full responsibility for your life. You are no longer blaming time, energy, or opportunity. You are creating them. Every disciplined morning reinforces the truth that your life is a product of your choices. That realization is liberating and terrifying at the same time. Terrifying because it forces you to confront how much power you've been ignoring. Liberating because once you embrace it, nothing can hold you back. You are the architect of your destiny, and discipline is the blueprint. There is a profound connection between discipline and freedom. It might seem counterintuitive, but the more disciplined you are, the more control you have over your life. Each morning you command your body, your mind, and your time. You expand your sphere of influence. You gain leverage over distractions, chaos, and external pressures. Discipline is the tool that allows you to act with precision, to respond rather than react, and to move forward with unwavering purpose. The world will try to test you, to pull you into comfort and delay, but a disciplined mind refuses to bend. It moves steadily toward its goals, knowing that the power of small, consistent actions compounds into unstoppable momentum. Finally, discipline is not only about what you do, it is about who you become. Rising early, showing up consistently, and choosing effort over ease transforms your identity at a cellular level. You stop being someone who hopes for success and become someone who commands it. You internalize the truth that the life you want is built on commitment, perseverance, and relentless action. This mindset becomes unshakable because it is reinforced every morning before 6 a.m. You carry it into every meeting, every challenge, and every opportunity. Discipline ceases to be a habit. It becomes your nature, your power, your empire. There is a sacred power in having 1 hour completely your own before the world begins its demands. Before 6 a.m., the world is silent, and in that silence lies clarity, creativity, and control. That uninterrupted hour is not just time, it is a strategic advantage. While others are still succumbing to distractions, scrolling endlessly, or reacting to obligations, you are deliberately crafting your day. This hour gives you the ability to think deeply, plan strategically, and set intentions that shape everything that follows. It is a window where your mind is free, unpolluted by chaos, and fully capable of high-level thinking. During this hour, the mind operates at its sharpest. Without interruptions, every thought, every idea, every plan has the room to breathe, expand, and evolve. This is the time to visualize the life you want, to strategize your goals, and to set a tone that others will follow unknowingly throughout the day. Great achievements are never accidental. They are the product of focused, uninterrupted effort. When you take this hour for yourself, you are deliberately stacking the odds of success in your favor. You are no longer a passive participant. You are an active creator of your life. The value of an uninterrupted hour lies in its ability to unlock creativity. Most people wait for inspiration to strike, but you are learning a crucial truth. Creativity is not passive, it is cultivated. In the quiet of the early morning, ideas come faster, solutions become clearer, and your ability to connect seemingly unrelated concepts skyrockets. This is the time when innovation is born, when problems are solved effortlessly, and when new paths emerge that were invisible during the noise of the day. That hour becomes a laboratory for your mind, a space where brilliance is nurtured before the world even stirs. This hour also sharpens discipline and focus. It is one thing to wake up early, but it is another to dedicate that time with purpose. Every minute of this uninterrupted period strengthens your ability to concentrate, to prioritize, and to resist distractions. The mental muscle you build here carries through the entire day. When chaos inevitably comes, you remain grounded, resilient, and effective. Your productivity no longer depends on external circumstances. It is a product of the internal environment you deliberately created in those early hours. The uninterrupted hour also becomes a sanctuary for self-investment. You can read, journal, meditate, or plan your day. Activities that shape the person you are becoming. Most people are reactive. They spend their time consuming instead of creating, responding instead of leading. But when you claim this hour, you invert that paradigm. You are feeding your mind with clarity, strategy, and purpose. You are not merely preparing for the day. You are elevating yourself to a level where the day responds to you. Over time, this small habit compounds into a decisive advantage that no one else has, a head start that becomes unassailable. Finally, the uninterrupted hour teaches a lesson in ownership and sovereignty. Time is the most precious resource, and when you dedicate it intentionally, you are signaling that your life is not for others to dictate. You are choosing mastery over mediocrity, presence over distraction, and action over procrastination. That single hour before 6 a.m. is more than just productive time. It is a declaration that you are serious about your life, that you refuse to drift, and that you are committed to building something extraordinary. Once you experience the power of an hour, that belongs entirely to you. Everything else in the day falls into alignment with your purpose and potential. Your body is the first battlefield you conquer when you wake before 6 a.m. Strength, energy, and vitality are not gifts. They are earned, sculpted, and commanded. When you rise early and move with intention, you give your body the advantage that most people never even consider. Exercise before the world stirs is not just about physical health. It is a declaration of power. Every drop of sweat, every push, every breath you take becomes a statement. You are in control, and you will not let weakness dictate your life. That early effort compounds into unstoppable momentum for the hours, weeks, and years that follow. The morning is when your body responds with peak efficiency. Metabolism, mental clarity, and energy levels are at their most adaptable before the demands of the day take over. This is your opportunity to prime your body for excellence. Stretch, move, run, lift, or engage in any activity that sharpens your physical presence. This is more than fitness. It is alignment. Your body becomes a reflection of your discipline, your intent, and your inner strength. People underestimate the psychological impact of owning your physicality early in the day. When your body is aligned, your mind follows, and your confidence becomes palpable, radiating in everything you do. Physical movement in the morning also acts as a catalyst for mental clarity. The oxygen coursing through your body, the adrenaline of activity, the focus required to challenge your limits. All of it primes your brain to operate at peak performance. You are not merely training your muscles. You are rewiring your mind to handle pressure, stress, and challenges with resilience. This is the advantage that separates high performers from the ordinary. While the majority are groggy, reactive, and sluggish, you are sharp, decisive, and unstoppable. The body and mind are inseparable, and winning one ensures dominance of the other. Consistency is the hidden power behind a physical edge. It is not about a single early morning workout. It is about showing up day after day, training your body and mind to thrive under discipline. Each morning you commit to movement, you are rewriting the narrative of what is possible. Your body begins to anticipate strength, endurance, and vitality as the standard. This consistency transforms you, not just physically, but psychologically. You develop an unshakable sense of agency over your life. Challenges no longer intimidate you because you have trained yourself to respond with energy, resilience, and precision. The physical edge is not just about performance. It is about presence. When your body is conditioned, alert, and energized, you command attention. You walk into every space with a subtle but undeniable authority. Early morning exercise builds more than muscle. It builds posture, poise, and presence. It sharpens your focus, heightens your awareness, and enhances your capacity to execute with excellence. Every decision you make throughout the day is influenced by the state of your body. A strong, disciplined body breeds a strong, disciplined life, and the ripple effect touches every area of your success. Finally, mastering your physical edge before 6 a.m. instills a profound sense of self, respect, and empowerment. You learn to honor your body as a vessel of potential, energy, and creativity. You recognize that time, effort, and discipline invested in your physicality directly translate to greater effectiveness in every other domain of life. You are no longer passive, waiting for energy to come to you. You generate it. You are no longer reactive, relying on caffeine, luck, or circumstance. You create momentum through deliberate action. The early morning becomes a proving ground where strength, vitality, and determination converge, giving you an unshakable edge that lasts well beyond sunrise. Before 6 a.m., The world is quiet, and in that quiet lies an extraordinary opportunity to reset your emotional state. Most people drift into the day, carrying the weight of yesterday, frustrations, worries, and unfinished business that cloud every decision. But you, by choosing the early hour, are granted a clean slate. This time allows you to acknowledge your emotions without letting them control you. You can process, release, and realign yourself with clarity, purpose, and strength. Emotional mastery is not something you stumble upon. It is intentionally cultivated in moments like these. Taking this hour for emotional reset strengthens your self-awareness. You begin to notice patterns, triggers, and responses that previously operated unconsciously. The silence of the early morning provides the space to confront uncomfortable truths, to examine your fears, insecurities, and doubts with honesty. This is where transformation begins, not in reaction to chaos, but in deliberate reflection. By understanding yourself at this level, you gain power over your emotional state, making it a tool rather than a liability. Each morning, you become increasingly capable of steering your life with precision, rather than being buffeted by external forces. Emotional resilience is forged in these early hours. Meditation, journaling, gratitude practice, or even quiet contemplation primes your mind to face the inevitable challenges of the day with calm and focus. When the world awakens, storms will come, conflicts, deadlines, and unexpected setbacks. But your early morning reset ensures you respond rather than react. You create emotional boundaries that protect your energy and clarity. This is the secret that high achievers understand. Your ability to maintain equilibrium in the face of chaos is directly tied to how you begin your day. The emotional reset also enhances creativity and problem solving. When your mind is untangled from yesterday's stress and the external noise has yet to invade, clarity emerges. Solutions appear more obvious, perspectives shift, and intuition sharpens. This is not just preparation. It is a superpower. The first hour of your day becomes a laboratory for your mind, where you can plan, innovate, and strategize without interference. Your emotional stability allows you to think freely, act decisively, and navigate complexity with confidence, giving you an advantage few ever experience. In addition, this early emotional reset strengthens relationships and communication. When you have aligned your internal state, you enter interactions with presence, patience, and understanding. You are no longer projecting your frustrations or fears onto others. You communicate with intention, listen with focus, and lead with empathy. Emotional clarity amplifies your influence, and people naturally respond to those who are grounded and composed. By taking this time, you are not just improving yourself. You are elevating every connection, every conversation, and every environment you engage with throughout the day. Finally, mastering your emotional reset instills a deep sense of empowerment. You begin to realize that no external circumstance has the power to dictate your internal state unless you allow it. The early morning becomes a sanctuary of control, where you practice aligning your emotions with your highest purpose. Each session reinforces the truth that peace, confidence, and resilience are cultivated, not found. Over time, this practice transforms your life from reactive to intentional. You carry the calm, clarity, and strength of that hour into every challenge, every decision, and every opportunity, creating a momentum that shapes not just your day, but your destiny. The mind is the battlefield where victories are won or lost, and before 6 a.m., it is yours to command. While the world sleeps, your mental clarity is at its sharpest, untainted by distraction, noise, or obligations. This is the time to plan, visualize, and strategize with a level of focus that few ever experience. When you harness this mental advantage, you are no longer reacting to life. You are orchestrating it. Every decision,